What's up, everybody? Man, this is Ballin out of control, Sullivan Phillips. And I wanted to stop by and give you a nugget today. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was in the airport and I was flying. I saw a man and a woman. They seemed to be arguing, which is common. Sometimes it happens. It's life. Sometimes you argue, sometimes you get into it. I'm married. Some of you are married. And, it happens. You're not always going to be in the best place with the person you're with. So they're still talking, they're going through it, they're kind of having an argument, and it starts to get a little louder. I'm gonna be honest with you, me personally, I don't do the whole arguing, making a whole lot of noise, screaming at each other. That's just not something I like or I deal with, but it's their relationship. As it escalates, it gets louder. He's really disrespectful. He's calling her all type of names, and you can see her body caving in. Her whole spirit is like breaking down. And I'm starting to get pissed off if I'm honest with you. I still try to mind my business because in this world, this day and age, people kind of like want you to be in their own space and don't really rock the boat. He gets really disrespectful, raises his hand, he's about to hit her, and I'm like looking at him. So he kind of looks at me like, yo, my dad. And I look back at him with a look like, you're not gonna do this. So he puts his hand a little higher, and this time I say to him, nah, I don't think you should do that. So he turns and looks at me like, how dare you tell me what I can and can't do? I walk over towards him and I say to him, listen, I'm not your dad and I'm not God. I can't judge you. I don't know what y'all been through. But I do know that as a man, as a black man standing here with you, knowing what you're about to do, I can't let you do that. So what I want to do is pray with you and your girl or your wife or whatever she is to you. And from that point on, it's your call what you want to do. His whole body language like changed. It wasn't, it became like this. And as I prayed with them, I saw her face was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. How stupid could I be? Or whatever, whatnot. And tears began to well up in my face because the honest, the honest God truth is we've all been in these spaces where we feel like we're just worthless and we mean nothing. But the reality is that's just the devil trying to con us into a space and place where we forget what our true worth is. So long story short, man, I finished praying with him. I talked to him. I exchanged numbers because I always try to send a positive text message or put something positive in the air every day. And he looked at me and said, everybody around here thinks I'm scum. Why would you stop and talk to me? And I said, you're not scum. You just broken. Broken people don't act like they got their stuff together. They're constantly trying to find the pieces and fix it together. But that's not your job. That's God's job. And he just started crying and looking. And I was just like, you're going to be okay. And I'm saying all that to say in summation, sometimes in our lives, like we have these patches where we are broken. And sometimes people judge us on our brokenness, whether it's alcohol, pornography, whatever it is you struggle with. People may look at it. Sexuality, that's probably one of the biggest things now that people look at and judge people more. But I challenge you guys today is be like Christ. Christ was a dope guy. He not only loved people where they were, but he loved them to a space of relationship where he could then tell them about themselves and tell them, hey, there's a better way to go about it. And that better way is me. So take this in your spirit today, man. Be a filler, not a forcer of your religion. Fill people with the love of God and attract them to him and then share with them why you do what you do. Don't be a forcer, which is throwing your rules and judging people, which won't bring them close to God. So again, this is Balling Out of Control with the nugget of the day, and I pray that you're blessed.